Durkin's Garage.
Hello, can I speak to Larry?
Speaking.
Hi, Larry. This is Dick. Dick Halloran.
Dick, how you doing?
Larry, just between you and me, we got a very serious problem with the people who are taking care of the place. They turned out to be completely unreliable assholes.
I don't know no better, so let's blame the weather, 'cause I got no care when I hit my groove. 'Cause I got no care when I hit my groove.
Alrighty, this is Eric Rocha from Behind the Cork. Welcome. Starting to my left, go ahead.
Mitchell Verzi on Instagram, at Verzi Triplets on all the other platforms.
Alrighty, and to my right,
To your right is the fabulous, the one and only. Because can you only imagine if God made two of me?
No, I can't.
Luke Allen, everybody. At Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. And huge announcement, Eric. I think we should do it right at the top of the show.
Wow.
you think we
Next
should?
week,
Oh.
March 19th, Friday, March 19th, 8:30 p.m., the venerable Fourth Wall in North Hollywood. Mr. Rocha and I and some others will be opening for the great Greg Fitzsimmons.
Wow.
Let's go!
Congratulations.
One of my favorite comics. That's right, same bill. The Roach.
I love Fitzsimmons too.
I know.
Oh, you said one of mine.
You really emphasized the my. Well, he's one of my
One of
favorite
our
comics.
favorite comics.
Jesus.
Way to soak up all my spotlight. Anyways, tickets are $20.
Well, for
Oh
some
shit!
people
There's
they
like
are.
there's an Eventbrite link. I don't know how you do it, but I don't know. Come to that show.
Check out our social media. We'll
Yeah,
have
it'll be in my-
ticket links, and we'll have
I'll
all
put
that
it
good
in my
stuff.
Instagram bio at Uncle Luke 2 and at Comedy Rocha, ROCHA.
Is there going to be a $50 virtual stream available? Because
Oh yeah,
I've seen a couple of those.
I've seen
shows.
those going on. Yeah, a lot of that sort of thing going around.
Yeah.
Fubar.
Gentlemen, I am so excited today. We have our fantastic guest. Please welcome.
Oh, that was premature.
Blew his load already.
I fucking lost her eye. My God,
Where did it go? Oh,
Wow.
It's over there.
it's in the ceiling. It's up in the
fuck.
next guy's fucking apartment upstairs.
Constant listener, the cork in the bottle, when I was in, now I didn't even get to his name. It just fucking leapt right out of the
I
bottle.
was trying to stop you. That was God did that.
It's exciting. Yeah, I was trying to get you to point that at me.
Our guest today, the fantastic Mr. Jordan Bowers.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Thanks for being on the show, buddy.
Well, thanks for having me.
You are a fan favorite, even though I've only done like...
But he's an air conditioner ultimate. So
Really glad I made the
put a
trip.
chill in this room.
You know what? You can go walk to that pavilions if you want.
can't wait for that show you're doing with Fitzsimmons. It's going to be great.
That was my opener, so I hope.
Same night, I'm putting a call out on Craigslist. Anybody who's interested in suicide bombing as a career, I'm putting together.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some bombs there, considering
Yeah.
some of the people on the
And
lineup.
What?
Okay, you can't...
Are we on the line?
We're plugging the show. You can't shit on the show.
Oh well, I mean, you know, you got to have your fucking rainy
I don't
days
know why
to
nobody bucks me.
appreciate the sunny. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be hot chicks with big titties
He,
showing up.
he really is going to be pumpkin in his mom's basement at some point. Just
My mom doesn't have a basement. She lives in Florida.
There you go. You saved it.
Yeah, he didn't. He really tells it like it ain't.
So
Yeah,
Eric,
still recording.
how's work, Eric? How are the old folks?
Oh, so anyways, folks. Anyway, Greg Fitzsimmons, we're super excited about it. And Luke,
I
you
bet
were
he's
a
really
big,
excited.
You were a big. You were a big part of getting that all squared away.
Well, Eric, I don't like to brag, but I would say maybe I was instrumental. I'd almost say I co-produced the show with one Joe Menente,
wow, the great Joe Menente,
the father
folks.
to all of us,
Aye.
the freak master.
The Freak Master General.
Makes Mitzi Shore seem relatable.
Yeah.
Riff, go.
I got nothing.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. I bumbled my way through that line anyway. So.
And you can't see him, but off in the distance is Sean Versey. He's on the computer.
Those little Princess Leia muffs. He looks like one of the guys that like they sit in that locker when they control drones that fly over Saudi Arabia and blow up villages. Like, and he looks just as excited too to do it.
All fucking
Confirm
dead
kill.
inside.
Confirm kill. It's like you hit a playground again. Like, well, I saw a guy with a beard. I don't know. He looked.
Really putting in the hours for comedy over here. That's what he's
I was
doing.
gonna say, ratio-wise, who does most of the writing for you guys?
I mean, we're not doing a lot of stand-up writing nowadays, so really not much. Ratio-wise, I mean, probably me mainly, and then... I mean,
Why are you talking like a valley girl at the mall?
I don't know. We don't have the most clever ideas, so it's not like we're doing significant writing here.
Damn, he's really outing the fucking.
You don't workshop the TikToks?
No, there's not a lot of workshopping with the TikTok.
Let's take away the take away the puppy.
Good reference.
Well, yeah, this room is about 96 degrees. They've been increasing it every hour.
No, so yeah, how do you write? How do you do your crazy makeup-ups?
I don't know. A lot of it now is just like trying to find whatever's like. We're like in the family realm. That's like our shit on TikTok. So it's like kind of just sticking in that realm and doing things that are.
How many followers did you pass to 800,000 yet?
We're at 860.
Jesus
I think.
Christ.
Oh, the family audience realm. Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
So it's definitely not the most.
The Manson family.
It's certainly not the most creative field, but right now it's pretty.
So
good.
how does that get like monetized? Can you say? I mean, if you could spill the beans.
Oh, so pretty much
Just
once
spill
you
your
have your
beans.
once you have your audience, brands will reach out and pay you.
Oh,
so
really?
like we have a deal with Buffalo Wild Wings that we're going to be doing soon.
Oh, really?
Just to, like do advertising, pretty much. So
So they sure put the low in Buffalo. Thank you very much, everybody. March 19th, Friday, 8:30, Fourth Wall. Myself, Greg Fitzsimmons.
I really like that one.
Thank you. Thanks, Eric. There's more where that came from, big guy.
well, we might be doing a show in Phoenix in May. That's the plan right now. One of the guys reached out to us to do a show at his one of the clubs out there. So
I was in Phoenix last weekend.
how was it?
I got food poisoning.
What'd
on
you
the way
shoot?
Oh
back. I
shit!
shot a 93. It was a bad day. I was up very early. I'm not a morning person, so.
Oh, I meant shoot
Not a
like
great
with
day.
your gun because it's
Oh
Arizona.
no, I brought golf clubs, not guns this
Oh.
time.
You can literally Arizona. You can drive on like if it's a red light, you don't want to see. You can just shoot it, and it just the fucking thing changes. It's great. It's like that game you play at the fair with the little fucking laser thing, with ding, and the skunk dips off the fucking fence and comes back up. Only it's real.
Just right off the side of the highway, just set up a target and just blow up watermelons. out there.
Driving around like what's his name in Raising Arizona, the fucking biker shooting lizards.
Do you golf a lot, Jordan?
I used to golf a lot. I don't, not anymore. Now I get maybe a few times a year, which is unfortunate for many reasons. I went out. I flew out. A buddy of mine is having his second kid soon, and this is his last opportunity to do anything.
Yikes.
Well, to do anything. I guess I was trying to think of something, but he's just kind of like resigned for the next 18 years to be locked away with his kids. But he was kind of at his wit's end. He's got like 2 weeks before the due date, and so I decided. I flew overnight. I flew like in the evening on Friday and flew back on the evening on Saturday.
Boy, were
I met him
his
early.
arms tired.
I met him out there. We played golf and we had some beers and lunch and stuff like that. And came back. I got sicker than a goddamn dog.
What'd you eat?
I was at a lounge. These credit cards I got give me access to these lounges in these airports, which you think would be really nice. And then it turns out they tried to kill me on my way back. I was in the descent into Burbank. I was waiting to become a viral video because I've just ripped my mask off. Like I was like, I can't fucking breathe. Like I thought I was gonna puke. I felt like this mask was suffocating me. The only thing I think that saved me, like the flight attendant couldn't see me because it was just pitch dark on the plane because it was a night flight, and the guy next to me, I'm sure, was like just horrified because I'm like pouring sweat and like breathing like I'm.
So
giving
you
birth
got
to
like
a
food
film.
poisoning, you think?
Yeah, so I think I got food. So I landed and I felt okay after land. Like I'd never been so fucking grateful to be on the ground. You know that steep descent in
Yeah.
Burbank?
Shit, yeah.
Yep.
I've had that once or twice when I was like not feeling great either, and it multiplies your nausea by like fucking 3, dude.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was like I don't. I
I
mean,
know how my audience feels,
I think.
and this one too.
And I just thought it was like, oh, maybe my low blood sugar, or just like I'm tired. I only slept like maybe 2 hours the night before because I like got into my hotel late and I got up at golf at like 6 a.m. It was terrible. I was really tired. But yeah, no, I think this like some short ribs or something I had at the lounge at the airport. Lounge
Oh,
gave it
so
to
you
me.
can't eat
'Cause
that
I was-
stuff. They've been cutting up the alley cats.
Put in the chop suey. But yeah, I didn't get really sick until about an hour after I got home, and I was fucking sick. Just puked my guts out. I puked twice, and then after that, I just kind of was fine again. Like I just got it out of me, and that was it.
See, at least you got it like after you got off the plane and we're back home.
I thought I was on that plane. I was like, somebody's gonna post a pic. I'm gonna be on YouTube tomorrow, and somebody's gonna say, "Put your mask on," and I'm gonna say, "Go fuck your." And in the middle of that, I'm gonna just vomit all over the plane, and like I'm gonna have like an air marshal like zip tying me while I'm puking on the ground, and I won't put my mask on.
Just like a male Karen anti-masker.
Yeah.
Holding against.
I'm telling you, there's something on the wing of that plane. He's all sweaty. He looks like he sees Mitchell Verzi
Just me doing TikTok
doing a
dances.
TikTok challenge. No, I gotta get
It's
this.
a penguin. I saw him. I got a joke from earlier. I'd still like to bring to the table if we could.
Okay.
We were talking about your friend with golf earlier with his family.
Oh boy.
Sounds to me like someone's about to join the daddy shack.
Yikes.
Thank you very much. March 19th, 8:30, fourth wall. Luke Allen, Greg Fitzsimmons, Eric Rocha.
It's a long way to go for that one.
Yeah, it was. You
Thanks.
bet.
I was sitting on that one, guys. It was really hard not to interject, but I was patient.
Yikes.
That's like pulling on the brake to the train to fucking see like a squirrel. Look at them, they're fucking. Yes.
What do they
thank
say
you.
about squirrel? They're nuts, you know.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna plow through. Yeah, I've had a couple of those flights back from Vegas. If you go from Vegas to Burbank, that descent when you're coming back is like I've thrown up twice when that starts descending down.
Yeah, but you were watching your Netflix show.
The airplane floor is vomit.
Sorry.
Yeah, there was an attempted terrorist attack. They wanted to fly the plane into the Netflix building.
It's nice. Sorry. Yeah, I heard that.
How could you do this?
I thought we were sick. You people. Yeah, I heard that flight's brutal. It's really choppy too, ain't it? I heard it's like there's really bad turbulence when
It
you go.
can be.
Yeah.
So if you're just hungover, if you've been doing a bender all weekend, it's just like
Well, that's and yeah. Then you got a bunch of other people who are probably hungover too. It's like one person pukes, and then you smell the puke, and
Yep.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, the nice thing is the nurses on that flight, or not the nurses, the stewardesses know what's up. They have like little care packages ready to go. Like when I ran, and she's like,
the flight attendants.
"Yeah, flight attendant." What did I say? Stewardess?
You said nurses.
I said nurses initially.
And then you said stewardess.
the aisle donkeys, whatever you call them.
Happy International Women's Day, everybody.
the matrons.
The plane bitches.
Fucking bitch on the plane.
We call them toots.
Hey doll. Can you stop smoking, Mr. Verzi?
You cannot read a Playboy in here, sir.
The flight attendants.
Cigar, cigarette, Tipperillo. Shut up, toots.
Yeah. Bring me my racing form.
The ones back that go on the flight back to Vegas, like I literally sprinted, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm gonna throw up." She's like, "Okay, let me go in the bathroom," and then immediately came out with a bag with like sparkling water, bread, like Tylenol, ready to go. She's like,
they don't want you doing it again.
"Yeah, they know what's up. They know what's up." So
Yeah, the plane.
Ooh, boy. The
Is
best.
there alcohol in this?
there should be.
Take Jet Suite X now. You get a plane all to yourself. You get to stretch out your legs. I mean, not that you have that problem, but you get to stretch out your legs. And it's like semi-private flying. You don't fly out of the regular Burbank airport. You fly out of a private terminal. And but it's not that much more. I mean, it's more expensive, but it's not that much. It makes the
But you get the whole plane. Yeah.
You get the whole. Well, I mean, there's other people on it too. Like it's not. It's
It's
but it's just
more
not. It's
spaced
not a
out.
packed flight. You don't have like some asshole next to you. You don't have. You're not like surrounded by. You're not surrounded by people everywhere, and it's again, you only have to show up like 20, 30 minutes before your flight takes off, so you don't have to go. You don't go through security. You just give somebody your bag. I think they like swab it for explosives or something like that, but you don't have to go through like a metal detector or anything. It's great. Jet Suite X. I highly recommend it. Next best thing to flying private.
We were sponsored by Jet.
Yeah, fucking women. They're nothing but nurses and flight attendants. This is the only kind. Brought to you this week by Jet Suite X.
I was going to ask if there's any aisle donkeys on those flights too, but
Thanks for the cigarette.
Oh,
sugar tits.
the service is so good. And it's free booze, and everybody's super polite. Like, it's a much more civilized way to travel.
Jet Suite. What, do they do like all across the nation, or is it just like local?
No, it's so they're doing. I mean, they're expanding all the time. But now I think you can get to like I took it up to Napa Valley. You can go to Vegas. You can go to Phoenix. They might have a flight now that maybe with a stop you might be able to go to Dallas. Stop it. And I know I'm like standing against a green screen. I'm like a weatherman against a green screen over here. I'm pointing to a map.
No, they got Dallas, Houston.
Yeah,
a couple
well,
Texas
some of them are regional. Like you can only get to Houston probably like from Dallas or something. But anyway, so you gotta kind of figure out your routes. Then you get up to Seattle now, from like Oakland to Seattle or something.
Yeah, they got
History of My Plane by Jordan Bell.
Mitch doesn't like that flight. He gets embarrassed because the stewardess takes him to the front of the plane and goes, "This little boy wants to see the cockpit." Paul's like, "Come on in, son."
They give me the little jet wings to pin on my shirt.
Yeah.
Tousle your hair.
Yeah.
Hey, be careful! I just had that put in.
Wait a second.
You like gladiator movies?
Yeah.
I shouldn't make fun of him. I'm probably as tall as he is. Probably stand next to him. I'd feel embarrassed after the show. Like, oh,
No, then you'd pull your pants down. You'd feel fine.
There you go. You got a hog, dude?
you got a hog, dude.
I never saw Mitch's eyes light up like that.
Well, if Eric is speaking highly of it, I mean, he's a connoisseur.
Yeah, I know cocks like brandy. Smell them like a cigar.
What's that line in Almost Heroes?
Cuban.
It drips when it should and doesn't when it shouldn't.
I got a question for the panel.
Oh.
What's the longest flight anyone's ever been on in one shot? Eric, go.
Oh God.
You ever flown to like Switzerland or something?
No. Hey, I wish I were there now.
Are they taking refugees? We're going to claim asylum from this table.
Sounds like somebody's got a little Stockholm syndrome.
He's violating the Geneva Conventions with these jokes.
Has anyone ever been to Europe? Here?
Send him to the Hague.
No, I've never been. I've
Have you
been
guys?
to Mexico.
Africa.
What? Oh, that's right, for the
When we were
commercial.
kids, yeah.
For the toothpaste.
That's the Europe of hell.
Yeah.
It was the Europe of Africa. We went to South
That's a
Africa.
Black
so-
Beverly Hills.
Yeah. That flight was like 18 hours, so that's
Where's
probably the
my
longest one.
It's the Black Palace Verdes.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 hours?
It was
Holy
a long
shit.
Yeah, it was like New
See,
York.
look what discussion that question engendered.
Some airline just started again the longest flight. Like I guess they stopped it for a while. It's from Sydney to Berlin or something like that. I can't remember. It's a long fucking way. They just restarted that flight.
In one shot?
One fucking
Holy
flight.
fuck.
Some ridiculous. And I probably just got the cities completely wrong. Somebody who knows what they're talking about probably just heard that. And
Burt Reynolds flies it, the longest flight.
Let's see.
I'm hurt Reynolds by that fucking joke. Jesus.
rather be Ned Beatty.
I don't like doing that. I don't know why.
It comes
you get
naturally
off
out of
on
me. I don't
that.
know. I'm
I
just in
was
that
like-
mood. I'm in that mood tonight.
It was like in my head, and I'm like, don't do it because it's stupid.
It's beneath
Well,
you. You
it's
know
like-
it's beneath
yeah.
you.
You just Gallagher 2'd my Gallagher. That's what the problem was. Because I was the originator of that, and then you kind of tried to like jump on my fucking coattails.
Yeah, and
I smashed the watermelons around here, but Mister. I'll see you in court. But when you come see our show on March 19th at 8:30 p.m., Luke and Eric Rocha and Craig Fitzsimmons, it'll be a whole. This is an R&R8 material because this is free. For a $20 ticket, you will get an experience you'll never forget.
Oh, no.
Is it socially distanced? Or?
Yes, it is. It's thank you very much, Mitchell. It's outside.
we're gonna smash a Verzi.
It's behind the 7-Eleven.
Don't tell them where it is.
Is
part
Joe
of-
is Joe gonna bring a fucking push broom at least?
It's right in front of a moving truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a performance truck.
Ah, yes.
Look, it's
Art on wheels.
the MoMA's gonna come to you. Oh God. Art on wheels. That's great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Did you go see after Dennis Hopper died? Did you go see the art exhibit of his life's?
He was a photographer.
Work down
No.
there. He's a painter too.
Yeah, right.
He was kind of a jack of everything, but yeah, he did some amazing photography, and he was a good painter too. They had that down at MoMA after he died. MoMA. MoCA.
Mocha.
They had a big one in Vegas.
Modern art?
I know.
Yeah,
remember
whatever.
seeing the signs for it.
Whatever downtown. Or
I wish I would have
The
went.
man's pictures, man. He sees
Dialectics.
things.
It looks like he painted some of himself, though, which is kind of weird.
He did, because I think my roommate has one hanging up in her bathroom as a picture he made of him his own. It's really cool. It's like a little thing, but it's like
Yeah,
rad.
there's a couple right here.
His house in Venice was like
Oh shit.
he designed it and he filled it full of all sorts of he's an art collector too. Him and Nicholson are both huge art collectors. Well, I mean, not Nicholson is currently in.
Yeah, Nicholson's
That's how
only
he
like
used to
6'1". He's not that huge.
I don't even think he's that tall.
I know how is he tall, guy? How tall is he?
I don't
think
I've
he is.
never seen it.
How tall is he?
I think he's like 5'11".
Yeah.
Something like that.
My brother, we used to be able to go to the. My aunt was dating one of the guys that co-created The Simpsons, and they would always have this big party at the Sony lot when we were kids, and we would get invited. And the one time, they had like balloon animal, some guy making balloon whatever, and he made my brother a sword. And then Jack Nicholson also had a sword, and they did like balloon sword.
Shut the
fighting
fuck up,
when he was
really?
5 years old, yeah,
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Holy fuck!
What year
awesome.
that would have been? How?
Hey, come here. Let's fight with the sword, you little prick. And hit it. Oh, there's two more of you. This just keeps getting worse.
That was 97. We were at the
97.
Wow.
So that would have been As Good as It Gets came out, I think,
Yep.
in 97.
So my aunt dated the guy that directed it.
James L. Brooks?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He did direct that.
Say the name of the famous person, not
Well,
the guy.
I
the
didn't
guy
wanna- I
who
didn't wanna-
co-created.
He didn't want to out him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We used to go to like
James,
I re- I
James L.
really-
Brooks did broadcast news. James L. Brooks is a legend.
yeah, we really fucked that up because they dated for like 20 years and we
Really?
used to
Holy
go to,
shit! I didn't know it was that long.
oh yeah, we used to go to Thanksgiving at his house and I would just be like, oh, he'd have this like he had this beautiful Bel Air mansion and we'd
Yeah.
be like, all right, cool, we're gonna watch football in the projection room and we just literally stayed in there and watched TV the entire time. I got to hold his Oscar though. That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
And by Oscar,
he-
Oscar
then
is
he-
a nickname for his penis, by the way.
I've held an Oscar. They're heavy.
Then he saw you. And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah. We asked him about comedy TikTok advice, and he gave us a lot of knowledge.
Man.
Did he really?
No, absolutely not.
I hear about people's childhood stories, and like they would have been perfect for me. Like that experience, like that was wasted on them.
It really was.
But like if I would have known James L. Brooks as a child, like I would have been fascinated and like would have really actually gotten something out of that because the only thing I cared about as a child was movies.
You kids want to see the original ending to Apocalypse Now? I'm like, no.
Yeah, honestly, for us, it was like, well, Thursday Night Football's on, so
Yeah.
well, that's okay. We won't.
You guys sure put the simp in Simpsons.
Ugh.
Hit it! High-fived. That was pretty good. That was slick.
Just for future reference, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Yeah. Show me on the
Oh,
hand.
yes,
where he
I'll
touched
come
you.
back later.
We won't let him hurt you. Don't worry.
He's already fucking hurt our audience.
I hurt your funny
There's
bone.
nothing we could do. Oh. Holy fuck.
That's why I always
It's
let
like
that one
after
settle.
somebody fucking eats something like deviled egg, and you're like, ooh, god damn.
I feel
Those
violent.
are
Fucking love deviled
particularly
eggs.
stinky
What are you
tonight.
talking about?
It's ear sodomy.
I miss those.
Ear sodomy. That's the name of your first album. Ear sodomy. And there's the one and only Alex Verzi. He came out of the back. How
There
are
he
you?
is.
We're not filming, so don't fucking wave.
Stay out of any blood gang fucking territory with that blue shirt on you get there.
I was telling him about the Jack Nicholson balloon fight. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Did
Amazing.
You didn't grow up out here, did you?
No, I grew up in Montana.
Oh, yikes. Well, then you definitely would have enjoyed that a bit more than I.
God,
It's
you
fun. It's
guys are
ironic
fucking-
because he had that sword fight and he also grew up to be a Joker. Right, Alex?
I'm gonna get another beer.
Just fucking.
They're
I,
like,
I don't know how long we've been doing this, but it's just been a
stop.
series of just abutments that we've crashed into.
they're really bugging me tonight.
Jesus.
After you fart, you need a butt mint.
I guess that's as good as it gets. Now my brother's bombing off camera. Mike.
Craig
stop.
Fitzsimmons just canceled.
What am I? Yeah, what am I doing? I should be warning him. I should be befriending him on social media, saying, "What are you doing? Don't do that! Don't do that!"
He probably won't show up until 5 minutes before it goes on stage anyway. That's what they usually do when you're a big shot.
Can't blame him after listening to this.
Yeah,
Me neither. Because he
he's
knows
a big fan.
He's afraid he's going to have to follow it. That's why. He's pretty nervous. It's like, I'm really in over my head. Oh, and I'll be loosening his collar.
Yeah.
He turned him into Rodney.
That's right.
You going for a run, Alex? What are you running from?
My bad jokes.
You guys been hearing what's been going on in here? Get me out of this fucking house.
He's running to a funnier podcast recording.
You feeling yourself?
He's
there,
in a
brother?
jogging outfit kind of thing.
Yeah.
God,
Well, you got red shoes and blue
bright-
shoes.
bright
Look at
blue.
this.
Jogging or yogging. It might be a soft J.
Give him hell, Alex. You better beat that time from fucking last week. Don't disappoint me. All the TikTokers are waiting to hear it.
Oh, that's true. We do tend to disappoint.
I've yet to. I haven't seen Nicholson and probably won't. He'll probably die before I get the chance. But we tried. We tried to pounce on him. We had some. My eventual wife had some inside information about where he was going to be one night. It was Joni Mitchell's birthday party. We knew where that was going to be. Shit. So I saw a lot of. I saw Joni Mitchell. I saw Cameron Crowe was there. I saw some various people, but I never got to. I don't know if Jack never showed up or if we just missed him or what. But never got to see him.
I feel like he doesn't go out much except for like the Laker games.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Well, now
exactly. Now
he's-
they don't even let fans into that anymore. I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Well, it must get pretty hot in there then.
Fuck.
damn.
Someone out there likes this. This is for you.
No, they don't.
Guy in the back.
Yeah, fucking deaf people.
There's gonna.
They can feel douche chills.
There's gonna be two shows for download available. There's gonna be one with these and one without. There's gonna be in a crippling amount where there's just these dead spots. People wondering like, what? That's where all these bombs were.
Oh my god.
Redacted. Luke's redacted podcast.
Redacted.
This is like the Fletch Lives episode. Ooh,
Was that bad? I never saw Fletch Lives. Is it a shitty sequel?
yeah.
I know this is a hack topic, but yeah, most comedy sequels are terrible.
Yeah.
It's always either Fletch Lives or Caddyshack 2. Like those are the big ones there.
I hear Caddyshack 2 up. I've never heard Fletch Lives.
Yeah, what is Fletch Lives?
I watch the movie. You don't even watch. You haven't seen the first Fletch.
He might not know Fletch exists. He doesn't know what Fletch is. He never heard of it.
No, I never heard of it.
It's an old. I'll be nice, Mitch. It's an old. What the fuck? A Chevy Chase movie where he played a detective.
Okay.
Yeah, I never thought the first. You know what? I gotta sit down and watch the first one again. Maybe it's better in my memory.
It's very funny.
Is it? Yeah.
It's
okay.
good.
is.
It was when he was like fucking solid. Well,
He
no,
was-
actually, it was kind of a comeback movie for him, wasn't it? Because a lot of the Goldie Hawn shit failed after Foul Play, right?
Yeah, like Foul Play was the good one, but then he had a couple of like real dogs in there.
Yeah.
I feel like, and then yeah, Fletch made good money and it was popular.
Damn,
People
really?
liked
Because
it.
Fletch is like fucking 83. He had that rough of a time that quick.
He was making a lot of movies. Like people forget because they were so bad, but he made several
No
real
shit.
real fucking stinkers in there.
No, quantity over quality.
And Caddyshack was yeah.
You remember?
Lessons to learn? I don't know. Up to you, I guess.
I loved on when they did the Schiller's Reel on SNL and Belushi. It's like that really ironic sketch where he's looking at all the graves. Because
Yeah.
they were acting like everybody died before Belushi. And so he looks at Chevy Chase's headstone. He goes, "Oh, this here's Chevy Chase." And he goes, "Made a movie with Goldie Hawn." Or no, what the fuck? I already fucked it up. He goes, "Yeah, this is Chevy Chase. He died after his first movie with Goldie Hawn."
Wow.
And then the best one was, Garrett Morris. He goes, "Now Garrett worked in the Black Theater for years. Terrific. Then he died of an overdose of heroin." And then he goes, "Oh, over here." It was just perfect how little they fucking just cared about Garrett at the time.
Did you watch the Belushi doc on, was it Showtime or whatever?
I did.
Yeah. It was, it didn't really tell me a whole lot that I didn't already know, but it was some of those stories, even Aykroyd, Aykroyd's that kind of that guy you get to the point where you're like, all right, we've heard it already. Like, he just sort of recycles stuff.
Oh, he's
But
so fucking obnoxious. I can't stand Dan Aykroyd.
all right.
Like when you ever hear him on like on podcasts and shit. Oh my god.
No, he is. He's exactly. He's like
He's really weird.
He's a weirdo, and he recycles. But I mean, people said that about him 40 years ago. They would say like that first script for Ghostbusters was absolutely incoherent.
Yeah.
Like it had some really cool concepts in it that they had to turn into a good movie. But like he was he got so deep into the weird ghost shit and like the science, which there is no science behind it. But again, he went like super because his family is all like mysticists and like weird
Canadians that start there, and it just gets worse. Fuckers.
But yeah, he's totally off the fucking map. But they like Harold Ramis and fucking the director of
Ivan Reitman.
Ivan Reitman, thank you. You guys probably used to have fucking crumpets at his house or something. They said he's the best idea guy, and like he was totally unselfish. Like he loved coming up with ideas and like giving his stuff to people and like giving them
Sounds
things
like
to do.
someone else I know at
he
this
never,
table. That's right, man.
Nope.
He wouldn't high five me.
Not gonna do it.
I can see why you give him up.
Nope.
Sorry, just go back here. Like, Uncle Ivan? Yeah.
I remember him.
Oh, yeah. He and Uncle Woody never got along. Woody Allen.
You know him? He was always touching our cousin. No.
Oh.
I was working on something last night with that. I probably can't do anything, but when they open up that press conference, he's doing the fucking. This was back when a press conference was like a press conference.
Yeah.
And he comes out, he's like, I just felt that I needed to comment on what was happening, and and his glasses fell a little bit.
Yeah.
And he pushed him up, and he was like, it's crazy. And the whole time I was like, oh, how did anybody keep from laughing?
Perfect.
He did it! He did the thing!
He's a great physical comedian, but because he doesn't do like really big physical things. But he does these little moments and even stuff like that. Like, did he do that on purpose? Did he get his glasses to do that? That's amazing.
Fucking.
I said that about the Virgin Triplets when they did their famous penguin routine for the first. It was like when Michael Jackson first moonwalked in the fucking MTV Music
That's right,
Awards.
seminal.
Yeah. No, everyone remember where you were when you saw that.
Seminal moment and seminal fluid for all those guys who watch it over and over again on YouTube.
We do have a big gay audience, that's for sure.
That's me. You know what I was trying to. So, oh god. Well, anyways, I was laughing at the whole Woody Allen thing because I was like, it's so shitty when a comic has to apologize publicly for anything because you just know them as like so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you remember when Michael Richards did his apology
On Letterman.
Oh yeah.
Everybody started.
His fucking gray sideburns.
And Seinfeld just like, stop laughing. It's not funny.
Yeah. That was extremely uncomfortable.
I was trying to connect a bit where it was like, if Curly or one of the Three Stooges had been charged for rape, and then they showed like the pictures in court, and he just went, or the judge is like, you do that again, I'll find you in contempt. And he just like, he does that hat thing.
Bow tie starts spinning. South Park did that amazing Wheel of Fortune Neger episode with that, and they had Michael Richards and kissing Jesse Jackson's ass and everything. that whole thing, it was so incredible. I mean, hindsight's 20/20. I mean, knowing what we know now and how society has gone and what everything's turned into, like he should have never apologized. I mean, what he did was awful. Like it was really fucking bizarre and not funny and like really just uncomfortable. But nevertheless, like, what was the point of apologizing? Like, look at him. I mean, he's got nothing in terms of a comedy career. Like his apology got him absolutely nowhere.
It's true. I feel like it's worse. I don't want to say it's worse if you apologize. I mean, he was clearly guilty, but it's like I feel like it might be worse nowadays because like if you apologize, then it's like you're admitting guilt almost. But
here's the apology should only be if you're fucking sorry.
Exactly.
Like I don't know if the point was to ruin the man, then they did it. Like
Right.
regardless of an apology.
Well,
so
I think he did it to himself.
so yeah, that's what always gets me.
He's under the Seinfeld character in one of the rooms. She called him the N-word. Are you out of your fucking mind? Where's that balloon? I want to fight with that kid.
Sit on my lap, Verzi. You'd never hurt us, would you, Mr. Nicholson? the TV's on in the room and their mom's trying to get out.
Hey, Wendy, they got a new TikTok video. Chopping through the door.
Do you like hacks, Doc?
It was ironic because anytime everyone saw him approaching, they'd go, "Scat, man." Sorry. Stanley Kubrick.
Sometimes we'd watch their TikTok for hours without ever even laughing. Without ever moving our mouths.
They go to Alex's.
Grandma used to call it suffering.
We used to call it bombing.
They go to Alex's typewriter and and there's nothing written on any of the pages. Hasn't written a thing. Just horrified going through it. Oh, not one joke. Don't you know we're supposed to have a comedy act ready by May the 1st? Stupid.
We read the terms of agreement. A contract. Oh my God.
Something with some of the locals called improvisation.
A certain type of comedy.
Sorry. All right. Good run.
How was the show? It turned out to be completely unreliable asshole.
We did it.
So
you got enough in, I think.
So flying is a...
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, goodness.
That's the trailer right there.
That's it. That'll make the Instagram story.
Oh.
What were we even talking about before that?
I think we're talking about Woody Allen and N-words.
Oh, the apology.
Yeah. Michael Richards.
Oh, goodness. Woo.
Holy shit.
I've been thinking about buying this, supposedly, I'm paranoid because it could easily be a fake, like how hard it would be to fake a fucking autograph, but I'm thinking about buying this book of Woody Allen's that he autographed on eBay because I'm getting close to the point, like, he may never fucking come out of his apartment again, like after this stupid documentary series that's going, which I'm not even going to watch it, like I'm not even going to bother, like, it's just... At this point, it's just such a fucking circus.
I came before the credits were even over. Did you? So hot.
I was trying to get... the only thing that really got me was fucking Ronan Farrow. I'm like, oh, okay, so... all right, I know what I believe about Woody, but holy fuck. Mia fucked Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Have you seen the picture?
No.
And what happened to the pictures I was
I'm a
supposed
Woody
to see?
Allen's son, oh!
Is there a picture
I'm
of
a
them
Ronan
fucking?
Farrow.
Is it that picture from Out for Justice with the guy with the Polaroid with the guy fucking the chick from behind?
Bobby Lupo and
Yeah.
was it Janice?
Yeah.
Does anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
I thought everyone weren't they they were supposed to get married or something, weren't they? I've assumed
Bobby
everyone.
Lupo? No, he was already married.
I thought everyone thought they were. I assume people knew they were having sex. Frank. And
Frank and Mia?
They were together for a long time, and then it's widely thought that they were hooking up at one point when she was with Woody Allen, and she had little Ronan. That's the allegation?
Really? No
the
shit.
allegation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wait till you see. Yeah, they look fucking.
They look fucking very similar. Dude.
No shit. Oh, get the fuck! Absolutely.
Exactly.
I don't know shit. Oh my god. Holy fuck! Well, for if you're playing the home game, pull up fucking Frank Sinatra and Ronan Farrow.
Yeah.
I never saw what that dude look like. I never heard that.
It's so funny.
I've heard him talked about a lot, but I never heard that. Wow, that's crazy. Did you ever hear the rumor that?
Wait, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, Mom, thank you for fucking Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine if Woody Allen was your dad?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I would never think that. It'd be so pedantic.
You'd be hilarious, but I don't think the fucking lifetime of being jammed in a locker and trash can would be worth the fucking.
Woody Allen was like an athlete as a kid. Like he
Was he?
He played. Yeah, he was huge into
He's
sports.
so stringy though. Like non. I just think of like non-contact.
No, he is, but like
sports.
he wasn't he wasn't picked. Like he wasn't a nerd. He wasn't an intellectual. Like he didn't get picked on and shit. Like he was he played basketball and baseball. Like he was. His persona, like the effete,
The nebbish
Manhattan intellectual, like upper crusty type. That's more people like he's making fun of more than anything. Like, I mean, he is well read. He's obviously he's smart. He's hilarious. He's very intelligent. He's interested in interesting things. But at the end of the day, he's just like he likes the Knicks and
Knicks fan.
But yeah, he did this guy, this image that he's kind of cultivated. Like he's not really that much of that guy. It's really more of a.
It's like Andrew
movie
Dice
thing.
Clay. Where does the guy end and the character begin? Am I right, everybody? So many comedians. And then the Verzi triplets. Like, where does the penguin end and the man... I'm sorry, I can stop coming back. Listen, they were on America's Got Talent. What am I going to say? They're fucking great. They were on national TV and I was...
Yeah.
Except America's Most Wanted, right, Eric? I was in trouble for killing so many, my audience. You know what I'm saying?
You don't count that Chris Harrison appearance that you did.
I like that shirt, but I hate that they had to put Beetlejuice on it. It was a nice subtle reference, but then some asshole at the T-shirt factory to go, make sure to put Beetlejuice on it. It's like, fuck you, man.
Which is exactly why you think I'm kidding you. Which is exactly why when I was getting him that T-shirt, I asked you if you remember what size T-shirt you were the day we were getting props for your fucking thing, and then when I saw what it said, I was like, oh. He won't like that.
Oh, you called it? I'd say that?
Absolutely.
But you agree, though.
What?
That it kind of ruins the subtle gesture by putting Beetlejuice on it.
The gesture was, hey, I'm getting my friend
Oh,
a
no.
gift.
I'm not saying
It was
that.
a gift.
I'm talking about the guy that designed the fucking shirt.
I'm talking about the guy I bought the shirt for. I like.
Well, he's a piece of shit, too, but I'm just kidding.
He's defending Woody Allen, for God's sake.
He's got a handbook for the recently deceased shirt. It's the cover from the manual. Maitland, take your handbook. But some asshole had to put a Beetlejuice logo down the corner.
If you had brought this to him, I wouldn't take that T-shirt if you gave it to me as a gift. Yeah. No, I honestly did not occur to me until you just said something, and
I'm sorry.
It bothers me as much now as it did before, which is to say, not at all. So.
Oh, all right, well, good. As long as how's the material? Is it nice?
It is nice.
Does it breathe? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's quality. I'm sweating through it now like a pig, so I'm laughing like a goddamn psycho.
Well, sorry. I'll
mental
try to tone it
patient.
down a little bit.
Please do.
And I'm sure your ribs hurt enough.
I'm laughing as hard at that Shining exchange as I did with our text version of that when we were going back and forth. Jesus Christ. I fucking almost had to buy a new couch. I was fucking sweating through that thing, just laughing like a maniac.
There's so many that I forget.
I can't. Yeah, it was too much. It was like 20 minutes of like the hardest I'd laughed. Oh God, it was funny.
We were talking earlier today. Oh, it was about Lamb.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and we made Silence of the Lamb references, and what was so fucking weird was I initially downloaded this picture of Clarice, the drawings.
Oh right.
And so what I did was I went into stencil, like the little thing, and then I stenciled one of Mitchell
Oh God.
laying on his side naked. And I was gonna tell you, like, if you ever bring me lamb, I'd say mind the drawings, please. Like I would have had one of Mitchell naked, posing in front of this pumpkin that you guys
That's
did.
hilarious.
But then, like, I got into something else, and I was like, oh, it's too late to do that joke.
Send me that. That's beautiful.
There will be another Silence of the Lambs reference to make at some point, so it's fine. Oh yeah,
But,
that's right.
There's so many constant listeners. There's so many fucking references. There's my favorite ones are I like Luke. I know you so well. Like I hate.
That's Eric.
I hate when he does this thing where if something fucks up, I'll apologize. Oh man, I'm sorry. And he always fucking writes back, yeah, me too. Like, there's just no acceptance of like, hey, I'm sorry this didn't work out. Can I do anything to make up for it?
Yeah.
It's always just like fucking completely cuts off communication. I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, me too.
Well, sometimes you get the Han Solo GIF from Empire Strikes Back. I'm sorry too.
No,
Yeah,
I
right,
don't.
right.
You've never sent me
I
that.
sent you that. You say I used to all the
never
time.
sent me
Oh, I
that.
have to.
You
You
can
can't
look
see
back.
her nipples. Yeah, right before you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too.
What's the maddest you've ever been at me?
I don't know. Why are we going to drag? We're having such a fun time.
No,
We're
I
gonna
know,
drag
it's
up
funny
negative
to me.
Dredging up
memories.
the
I feel
emotions
like-
of the past.
I feel like you get much angrier at him.
Yeah, he does. He's
Yeah.
sensitive. He's a lot more sensitive than me.
those types are sensitive.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're done.
And on that note, I'm fine. But we're done. We're done.
I feel like I've gotten better, though.
Yeah, I think you have. Well, probably just you got used to my assholey ways, and you're just like whatever.
I
now.
think now, yeah, I just
I think you're just
expect
numb
like,
to it.
That's legit why.
Yeah.
Because I've asked him, I'm like, ammo's a good thing to get you, right? You told me you're like, can't go wrong with ammo.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. All right, good. With you, it's just Tootsie Roll Pops.
Yeah,
Like I'll
I'm still
always
working
get
on it.
you
I have one a
Tootsie Roll
day.
Pops. Yeah.
Oh,
and
did
I'm
you? You
just
got me a
like,
big box for Christmas. I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I didn't tell anyone else at my work about it. It's a secret stash.
Ooh.
So if any of my workers are listening, stay
part,
out.
that part of your balanced breakfast with your fucking Kool-Aid.
This it is. and my what's that shit?
Your coffee with a pound of sugar in it.
That too. But the
Tattoo.
what the fuck's the name of it? A Pedialyte. I drink Pedialyte
Pedialyte.
casually.
Really?
Yeah, it's so fucking good. I just discovered it last year.
You realize
I've never
it's
had it before.
Literally just all sugar.
Not all sugar. There's all
Have
stuff
you
in it.
seen
There's
his
nutrients.
teeth? Do you think he cares?
Yeah.
His
delicious.
teeth are in random order. It's like
Well, I'm gonna sugar. That was just bad genetics. And not wearing my retainer.
his teeth are like a bucket list of comics.
Yeah. That's all the bad jokes that came out of him. They just got crooked.
It's your teeth trying to stop them from coming out.
Yeah,
It's just been,
Yeah.
it's just been battered over years.
They're trying to save you from him.
Each one is just screaming, "Every man for himself."
Yeah. Hold the line.
Trying to cut his tongue.
We need to tempt him with a frosty pole in the wintertime.
Do we have any friends in eyes? The eyes are all fucked up too, sir. What's wrong with this guy? Nothing works here. Like fucking Catherine Hepburn. Do you remember that Dick Cavett interview? Is anyone listening? She's moving furniture and shit, just being a colossal cunt. And Dick Cavett's just like, it's very good to have you here, Catherine.
With that fucking long, skinny microphone.
Just kissing her ass. And
you're a flake. You've always been a flake.
you stuttering bitch.
Is that like a legendary bad interview?
Tracy, was she shaking? For our 60-plus audience, that killed.
Yeah.
Spencer, was she shaking?
Yeah. You'll think about that when you're going to have to get your Social Security checks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All the mall walkers were fucking laughing down.
That's a real fake knee slapper.
Oh. Yeah. Keep your balance in those orthopedic shoes. Holy Christ.
Oh, well.
The only Dick Cavett episode I saw was the one where he had some guy that ran a lot. His name was Forrest Gump, and John Lennon were on together. Remember that one?
Dick Cavett in the Marlon Brando interview was incredible. Like that one, I know is super legendary. I'm just gonna plow right through whatever's happening to my left. I'm starting to hear things like that now.
When was it from? Late 70s?
Probably early to mid. I think it was just after the Sasheen Little Feather debacle.
Oh, right.
I think it was maybe just after
That's
that.
late because Apocalypse Now came out in 79.
Yeah,
Yeah, he hadn't put on all the weight yet. I mean, he was getting heavier, but he hadn't like blown up.
What was
he
so
had
bad
like
about
a little ponytail.
No, it wasn't bad. It was just legendary because like he sat there for however long that show used to be. With commercial breaks used to last like 45 seconds, so it's probably like an hour and a half. That might be exaggerated, but just talking to Marlon Brando
No, I
and like
think you're
really,
dead on.
really talking and like getting into like really in-depth conversations.
Oh.
And Brando being Brando, like he was being kind of a little cunty at times, but like he clearly. Like he wanted to be there, like he
Yeah.
was willing to talk and have the conversation.
Huh.
And Dick Cavett was so good. Dick Cavett was so good at like, well, one, he was the smartest guy in the room, so he always knew who he was talking to and actually had something to say about like what was going on. He wasn't just like this.
He did the James Lipton like research without being as pretentious about it.
yeah. Well, and it was all very off the cuff still. Like if he had questions to go to if he needed to, but if the conversation wasn't going that way, he didn't go. Like he just kind of followed it wherever.
I mean, it says the interview was an hour long. I don't know if that's true or not, but
No, it was longer. It had to be.
Oh, really?
longer. If you're looking at the video, then multiply that because of like they had to wait for him to come out.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
really?
a fucking prom date.
Yeah.
Fixing his little fag hair.
Well, I don't think that it's right. It doesn't look good. We shouldn't do this.
It's a good interview. It's really interesting. And then it's watch that one and then watch the one that he did in the 90s with like Larry King on his island. Like and how like watch those back to back and be like, whoa.
That's the one where he kissed him, right?
Yeah, he kissed him. Yeah. Fucking weird guy.
Yeah, and then Larry King always talked about. He's like, the only man I ever kissed, Marlon Brando. And you had like the fucking Jersey Shore cast. Like what? Where's Larry? Stop. You probably should interview better people. And we're like, no, you should just stop interviewing people.
He really.
Yeah. You remember it? I remember like we would go to Dodger games, and like you would see him, and it just fucking putting shit on his hot dog.
Yeah.
Then putting fucking ketchup on his hot.
You saw him there?
Fucking doing all this shit. Yeah, dude. It took like an hour. Like it took 3 innings for him to fucking eat a hot dog. I was
Jesus.
like, and all I could do is just watch him. And I was like, I hope somebody fouls one off and fucking hits him and just please.
I
kill
never
me.
liked Larry King. I never liked him. From the time I was a kid to the time he died. I never liked. He seemed like a nice man, but in terms of
People,
him
news,
being an
and
interview,
views. Here I am in heaven, interviewing Judas Iscariot. Judas.
that's pretty good. That's a good Larry King.
This guy can do fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Jealous? You jealous of Jesus?
How important is the board? What?
Alabama, line 2.
I'm a skateboarder.
All right, with his line 2, Julius Caesar. Fucking, oh, God.
I'm here with Tony Hawk. He plays in these extreme games. Did you ever hear that I once kissed Marlon Brando? Tanya in Omaha. Here we
Gives
go.
a shit. I mean, and I don't know, just old actors like that anymore really bug the shit out of me just because, like, I get, like, they were so fucking good. They were, like, you can't take anything away from Katharine Hepburn, but when you see interviews of her being that fucking cunty, it just bugs the shit out of me. Like,
well, or Betty Davis,
Oh,
or
she
I
was-
mean, any of these people are just miserable assholes.
yeah, exactly. Like, that's
Living
all
in the
they
tri-state area.
fucking- that's all they fucking had.
Yeah.
It's just like, is she your grandma or what? Why are you crying?
Oh, he's yawn.
Well, they also could be assholes. Like it wasn't like there was social media to put it on blast. They could literally.
Well, people
just do-
kiss their ass their whole fucking life.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
They could literally do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And they blackmailed people to
Yep.
and all their public images were very carefully curated, and everything was put together just so.
I remember when Spencer Tracy told me he hit me. Of course, men hit the women, and it was fine. And you're just like, okay, all right. No, today they wear dresses. It's Barbara Walter, and like she'd always just, like in case she'd shout shit because you'd fall asleep. She'd fucking qualify everything she's done with. Well, you know, we all get older. It's goddamn hell. It's, if you ask me about it, I can't believe it. I was in a stage play. It was and you're just like, oh, fuck me.
Did you ever see that interview of Sean Connery? I think it was with Barbara Walters where he talks about, he's like, do you think it's okay to hit a woman? He's like, oh, yeah, of course.
You should have hit her. Instead of answering that question, you should have hit Barbara Walters.
How fucking
God, that would have been great. Oh, I hate her so much.
how solid of an answer would that have been? I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's,
That would have given the appropriate answer.
do you think that hitting a woman is
When you have to.
try it again, sweetheart? What's wrong? Can't talk with a mic in your mouth? He's fucking putting a mic in her face.
Happy International Women's Day, everybody. Asians got it the last 2 episodes. Broads get in line.
She's gonna talk. She's gonna be picking.
All you nurses out there listening, listen up. Oh, my God.
You're gonna hang high in Haman, lady. Oh,
It's a shame to think. Let's see. His last movie wasn't it the stupid Extraordinary
I
Gentleman
think so.
movie? I think.
I think it was.
Horseshit. Gene Hackman, Welcome to Mooseport.
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
That's the
he
one
could
he
have
went out
fucking
on.
left out on Moral Tenenbaums. He had to do one more.
Nicholson was that. Actually, I think it might have been a James L. Brooks movie, but forgive me if it.
No, I think it was.
Something's got to give.
No,
it was
It was how do you know?
Yeah.
It was just
What?
abysmal.
oh really?
Yeah.
It was abysmal.
Yeah.
I like Something's Got to Give. That's a funny movie.
It had like a huge
liked it.
budget and then it flopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just your tits.
Paul Rudd, Reese Way. Yeah.
Paul Newman did all right. Cars was his last. That's not too bad.
It was the
Yeah.
League of
Cars was
Extraordinary Gentlemen.
good.
It was League of Extraordinary. Okay.
I mean, people like, at least it was like respected critically and shit. It wasn't, you could do worse. But I mean, another one, Road to Perdition, would have been fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I watched Corolla's
Racing doc?
racing doc about him. It was really. Oh, before on my way, I didn't get to finish it. But before I came over here, I started watching Corolla's new doc he did with Dennis Prager, that No Safe Spaces documentary about college campuses and the crackdown and the protests on
Crackdown, protest, whatever the fuck.
visiting and keeping people from speaking. That's basically what it comes down to. They did a documentary about it, I guess. It's pretty good so far. I was a little skeptical. They started out with like a slow motion walking sequence of like fat Dennis Prager and Adam Carolla like doing like a slow motion.
Reservoir Dogs, fucking.
Yeah. Dun, 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 yeah.
Uh-oh. What's going
Oh,
on,
God.
Versey? Here comes
Oh.
another Versey. What's up, buddy?
You know what I find weird? I find it very weird that there's comics nowadays that like are okay with censorship or like being politically correct. That bothers
Violence
me
is
so
something
fucking
that
much.
plagues us as a society.
There should be more violence on television. And this game
Like the
show.
fact that there's offended comedians really bothers me.
Yeah, he sat down. Corolla sat down in this documentary. He sits down with a weird amalgam of people. He sits down with Tim Allen, Schultz, Andrew.
Yeah.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you.
He's great.
Andrew Schultz, and I thought there was a problem with the mic. I was like, oh.
There was, you're speaking into it.
Andrew. And then I can't. It's horrible. I don't remember her name. I've never heard of her until this documentary. So now I got to look her up. But she's a black female comedian, and so it's this group of people talking around. So different generations. Like Tim Allen's been around forever, and then
Yeah.
Schultz is kind of a newer-ish guy on
Yeah.
the scene, and then this young black woman. They all Corolla's interviewing them at the Laugh Factory, and they're all just like bemoaning. Just exactly that. This idea of just like really like this comedians are doing this to each other, and like We can't go play. A comedian can't go to a college campus anymore and do their regular material. Like they have to get a list ahead of time on like topics that are safe to talk about if they want to perform there. Just such a fucking miserable. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, or hit your mark, but whatever. That's fine. There we go.
Well, no, it's annoying, dude.
Happy New Year.
But it's true, dude. We did a couple colleges, and it's just like you say. It doesn't even matter the context of the joke. You say a word,
Yeah.
like cancer or like turban or
They
something.
didn't hear context because context doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Context is not important. Like they say that with a straight face. They say the context is unimportant. It's like that's context is everything. Without the context, the words don't have any meaning. The meaning of the words changed if the context changes. So the context has to matter. Thank you.
Yeah, I think people just have.
It sounds like I just thanked myself for making a point. Thank you.
Listener, he was thanking me for pouring him a beer.
I was just getting ready to slow clap. It was such a fucking rousing speech. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go fucking beat up a liberal.
Well, I think people are getting over it. I think a lot of people now are at least getting kind of sick of it, and they're just like, you know what? There's bigger problems. Like, go fuck yourself.
I don't know.
Those are all the same people who were sick of it in the beginning. Like I don't think there's a lot of converts. Like everybody who's sick of it already, they're still sick of it. But the people who push it and the people who enforce it are getting worse. Like they're getting
more power.
They're getting more emboldened, and they're getting more and they're getting like there's the mainstream pushback against them is almost non-existent.
I'm saying when a comic says it, it's not offensive. We're gonna make them fucking laugh.
Well, for me, it's just like, okay.
Maybe I did. Maybe I should have cut off the N-words of my joke, but I'm not a good butcher.
Damn, deep one. Good Frost Nixon.
Oh man,
The best Ron Howard movie. What's up there?
It's probably yeah.
That Far and Away.
I don't like Far and Away.
Oh, I fucking love that movie.
we used to talk like I would have voted for Frank Langella as Nixon.
Yeah.
I fucking loved
Seriously.
it. Just a fucking. I'm not a good butcher.
Well, Nixon's the perfect example of, again, like context and nuance and stuff. Like everything, especially the further away you get from it, loses any context that existed. Like now, if you say the word Nixon, the only thing that people think of is Watergate. You don't think of anything else that he did during that
want
time.
to take any questions about Watergate.
Well, your Eric, your Martin Luther King bit that you do, which we won't get too deep into.
That
but
was fucking funny.
It's
I was just thinking about it the other
so
day.
fucking funny.
So racist.
It's
I'm offended.
Verzi's just got a new sponsor.
And I lost none of mine.
No, you don't understand. Mitch was calling you a loser. Luther. Sorry. Fuck, it was supposed to be a Mitch's Lisp joke.
Okay,
Decent. Sorry.
it's better when you explain it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That was my
what's
spruce.
the world coming to?
That was my spruce goose of a joke. It was so fucking large and complex. It only made one flight and went for a mile, but it was still something to behold.
Good God, man! Stop digging.
He's doing geese
Flying.
humor now.
We've hit hard ground here.
It's called the Hercules. God damn it!
Well, I can't remember what profundity I was
You were
going
talking
to
about
talk
the
Nixon.
about, but
Martin,
Nixon.
Martin Luther King.
Martin
joke.
Luther King joke.
well, yeah, the complexity of and the nuance of Martin Luther King. There is no nuance left. He's a brand. Martin Luther. His name is a brand. It's been co-opted by
His
a group
kids
of
have
people
really done
with
well with it.
there's one man. She's fighting fucking tooth and nail. She's staunchly conservative and is quite angry with the way her father's name is being constantly
Could
brought
you
up.
fucking imagine?
Oh boy. And but anyway, but his life was so like that's a story I want to know more about, but nobody wants to tell that story. And I'll feel bad if I
what's
told this.
weird is like every time you hear about him, it's like you hear, like obviously he was like a civil rights leader and all that, but like when it comes to like actually using his message and shit, that shit goes under the rug. Like, yeah, I want to be judged not by the content, color my skin, but by the content of my characters. Like, hey, you think that more people would do that, but they're actually just like, oh no, we just see color all the time, and that's the only thing that fucking matters.
We've always heard about that though, and I get it, but like what you were saying about wanting to know the life of a complex fucking figure,
Yeah.
that's that's where the story is. Not
Yeah.
the speeches are still there. They're but what's not there is, like I said, that's why that bit, I'm always so fascinated about it.
To a stupid person, they think
Go
that
on.
if you
Talk slower.
Can you color it for me?
Luke, let's go have a smoke.
What water?
Sean, get your coloring book.
to somebody without any interest or curiosity about anything, they really do believe that, like, if you say something negative about a person, or if you find something about a negative about a person, that will then negate the good things that they've done, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it's there's no logic to that whatsoever. But then they also weaponize it against people who have done good things. They want to find the bad things and then say, like, oh, this wipes out all the good, like they do. Thomas Jefferson and the slave ownership argument, like as if the ideas of Thomas Jefferson are irrelevant because he owned slaves. Why aren't they still good ideas? Like, because he was a hypocritical person, because he lived through a time where this was a commonplace thing. That
He was a wise man. He was a kind man.
And
What are they going to say about Jefferson when he dies, man?
Paul Greengrass wanted to make the real Martin Luther King movie. Paul Greengrass is a dyed-in-the-wool liberal. Like I think he's from. Is he a UK guy? I don't
Is he
know.
New Zealand?
Is he New Zealand?
He might be. I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, all right.
I don't know. How long ago was this?
Let's go to the phones.
Alabama, you're on.
And this was probably the middle of the last decade.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted to
British.
He is British.
Ah.
Okay. So he wanted to make, like, the definitive Martin Luther King movie, but if anybody knows what Paul Greengrass does, he makes very, like, Veritas style films. Like, he wants the gritty, like, reality of shit. Like, he did United 93. He did that
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips. The was it Cold,
Born Identity 2.
Cold 22. What was the shooting in the
Caddyshack too?
Nordic movies?
We just start naming fucking shit movies.
Fletch Lives.
Wait. You know what's sad? Just a quick, as you're looking that up, Hal Holbrook is in Fletch Lives.
He is.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Isn't that crazy?
22 July. 22 July is a great movie. Find it on Netflix. It's amazing. He made 22 July. So he makes these movies where he's very, like, unflinching stuff about that actually happened. And he wanted to make that movie about Martin Luther King and his children, people who own various rights to his life and stuff. They would not part with any intellectual property because they said, this is not, we don't see the warts when it comes to Martin Luther King. We see the I have a dream, March on Selma. That's what you get.
Are you a womanizer, Martin?
Was it a documentary or a scripted?
No, he wanted to make a narrative.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he gave up. Like, he got too frustrated. He's like, I can't do it. Like, nobody will work with me.
Why the fuck would you? I mean,
They won't give me access to archives. They won't give me access to various materials. Like, I can't do it.
I don't really blame them, though. I don't blame the family. Like, at that point, it's like, what do you, like, why, he's already has his legacy. It's like the only thing that's going to happen for that movie is going to make it worse. You know what I mean?
I don't think that has to be true.
It shows that he's
necessarily.
human, man.
Because, exactly. Like, it shows the complexity of, like, because, I mean, how do you think he became the guy who stood in front of all those people and delivered that speech? That has to be an interesting story.
In the joke,
Got a big following online, probably?
In that joke, I make sure to say, I was like, what made it incredible to me was that he still proceeded, even though they threatened to say, we're going to tell your family that you're fucking all these women. And he still did it. So that to me is like, wow, okay, so that's a complex guy. He's weak around the flesh, but he still went on with the movement. Like
Again, like what do, because if anybody takes that as ammunition, and be like, oh, he fucked around on his wife, that means we can discredit his efforts in the civil rights movement. Those people already probably are racists who don't like him. Like, the only people who would take that and run with it are the people who already probably have an issue with Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Like, you're not doing anything if you're actually going to hang your hat on this idea that, like, he was going out on his wife or whatever
it's
it was.
the same thing with, like, Freddie Mercury. It's just like, well, how'd he get AIDS?
Blood transfusion.
from Magic Johnson, we know.
Truck
Well,
stop.
he was saving somebody and the blood cut.
Yes, exactly.
Wasn't
No.
like a lot of those great men, like, don't they all, like, most of them had cheated, I feel like. A
Oh,
lot of those great men in the past
so many.
have, like,
I mean, all the. I mean, great's a loose term. Like I hate the Kennedys, like I hate cancer. But like JFK, all the Kennedys, they all
Yeah.
cheated on their wives. All this, you know.
Mimi Beardsley.
What are you trying to
Ah,
prove? Yeah.
Mimi Beardsley.
Whatever you're trying to prove, Mr. Bowers, you're proving it. You're proving it, Mr. Bowers.
Would ya eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley?
Little tip of the cap to Otto and George.
Haven't you done this before?
Try
Somebody
these poppers.
find my blasted out skull. It's the one with the chestnut colored hair.
Did you ever hear that story about when
Again, that's Otto and George.
when
Great.
David Fincher was trying to make Zodiac, and the family that witnessed the guy shoot the cabbie in San Francisco, the eyewitness, there was like a family that lived in a fucking apartment. It's still there. They still live there.
Holy
and they
shit.
wouldn't give them permission to use their building or shoot out of their fucking house or whatever. You ever hear the story?
No.
No.
So they wouldn't let him shoot on this block, so he had to recreate the entire fucking block out in the middle of a field and then green screen all the way around it. It cost like $5 million like extra dollars just for
Yeah,
that scene.
that's typically cheap and efficient of Fincher movies.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
I read that I was working at Panavision at the time when they were filming it, or like right when it came out, they put out the American Cinematographer magazine, and I was reading about that. I was like, how fucking annoying! I don't even like David Fincher, but I was like, what a pain in the fucking ass! Like, and he was like, okay, let's rebuild the entire block fucking to scale, and then put a massive green screen around it. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
Jesus Christ.
that's exhausting.
Yeah,
Huh.
just to get that.
That's a hell of a fucking movie.
It's my favorite. I love it.
There's a Korean movie called Bong Joon-ho did a few years before that called Memories of Murder.
Gesundheit.
Memories of Murder. That is quite similar in the pacing and some of the plot. It's a different story, but it's a different murder story that took place in Korea. Also based on a true story. Also based on detectives who get very obsessed with the case and things like that. It's a hell of a fucking movie.
Jordan, can we tell the audience what you do for a living?
Yeah.
Besides spread joy.
I always love this.
Well, I mean, it's not that interesting, really. I used to watch content for a living. I used to watch movies and TV. Like that's literally what I did. I used to watch it and I'd categorize it and I'd classify it. So I'd assign.
You remember, Luke? We didn't like. Is this movie good? And Jordan would go, "That's classified." we just want to know if you like the movie.
So like I literally watched Lethal Weapon 1 through 4 and like classified every one of those movies like down to like how much profanity is in it and like what are the plot lines and like so all that stuff. I did all that. Now it's not quite as interesting to talk about. Now I'm working on like workflow solutions and tooling things and stuff like that. So
Retooling, that's great. Retooling,
I'll retool you.
What's that from?
No, I used to do that for years. I got paid to watch like by every minute of a movie. Was getting paid the entire time to watch it, movies, TV shows, and everything.
Damn.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're an articulate fellow, though. I think that's pretty clear. Constant listener, right? Well, let's go to the phone. You in Montana?
Why do you say constant listener as opposed to intermittent listeners? Why don't you just say listener?
Yeah. No, it's
You're alienating the people that aren't constant.
It was on top of being. I mean, that's a great way to make money. But on top of that, it's like I was only one of like at the time when I first started doing it. I was one of like 7 people on the planet who did that. Like they were the only people who were doing that for a living.
So you and Rocha and Luke all have just like ridiculous film knowledge.
It was.
Well, I had it
good.
before. I had it beforehand. That's why I
Yeah.
got. That's part of the reason why I got the job.
It's
is 'cause
really
I'd
helped
always
me, as
had-
you can see. I'm just drowning in pussy and money. Self-confidence. That's why I sleep so good at night.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Eleanor Rigby over here.
But yeah, there's a point where I was literally making more than $1 an hour just watching. I mean, $1 a minute. Excuse me.
Well,
$1
to
an
watch
hour. That'd
Lethal
be
Weapon
horrible.
4, you have to
That'd be
pay
a-
fucking
that'd be a
10.
horrible deal.
Oh, that's the first movie I remember walking out of.
What's
Lethal
that?
Weapon 4. I was
Oh,
so
really?
fucking disgusted with it. I was like, this
I
is
loved it.
awful. And Riggs with this cool guy jacket. I was like, fuck this.
with the stripes on it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
God.
awful.
It was, so, it was like a
I was like 12 when it came
You're
out.
gonna hate me, but I always think of your Harley jacket as Riggs' jacket.
I do too.
It was about good songs,
I
right?
always think that.
But yeah,
Just it was like an ABC
more
family
than
movie.
more than $1 a minute. So if I watched a 2-hour movie, I'd make more than $120 just watching.
Did you
it.
ever get like? I feel like wouldn't you get sick of it after a while, especially if they're god awful movies?
I watched bad movies. I watched bad TV. I watched like hours of like really shitty like Turkish television. I've seen it, but I was already a movie person and had a pretty good like global film knowledge. But then I started doing this, and like it really fucking branched out and. Watching content and it really taught me something, because you get these really fucking these pretentious people who pretend to care about movies, who they always talk about like, the sophisticated cinema that's coming out of France, and these European filmmakers doing this and that. It's like, you don't know a fraction of the shit that's coming out of these fucking countries. It is hot garbage.
Yeah.
Like you only see the high end premium stuff that they export that people might actually want to see. The other stuff that's getting pumped out in these fucking countries.
Look at what they're replicating.
Oh my God, it's bad. But then you feel bad, because then you're watching stuff like, shit, there's gonna be so few people that's why it's amazing. There are streaming services now like Netflix and Amazon and other global or like more regional global services. It's amazing now the more people get access to this content. 'Cause, I've seen these Romanian movies that nobody else is probably ever going to see unless they live in Romania. Like crazy, just amazingly talented filmmakers who are telling stories that people have no idea about. Polish movies have again, like the really big popular ones they've spread. They've got various Academy Award nominations, but there's a lot smaller productions that like nobody sees because they don't have the audience out there to be able to export it to anybody and make any money. But like they're telling fascinating stories, like areas of growing up in like socialist Poland under totalitarian rule. Like horrible things are happening to people 30, 40 years ago even.
Totalitarian is like what Alex is to you guys.
Oh, okay.
There's a Polish horror movie when they try to change the light bulb and it kill the whole neighborhood.
I was trying to come up with the angle.
Well,
You got it. No, you're so good.
Gotta watch out for the kid.
But have they seen Paul Blart? Is the real question.
So every country has their Paul Blart and worse. Is the point? Like every country puts out those movies, and pretending like they don't is like it's just not true. It's just not true. They make horrible, horrible movies, far worse than American movies. Like they're absolutely atrocious.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's a cool job though. God damn.
it was a cool job. It was a nice train while it lasted.
Monsters. And then they derailed it at movie Auschwitz.
It's still going to some degree, but I couldn't. Looking for growth, so trying to move on and find other things to do.
You know what's weird is I feel like people are the same way with wine. I used to work at a vineyard, and dude, those people are so fucking full of shit. They
Yeah.
have no idea what they're talking about, and it's just like
I worked at a wine shop for a while, and yeah, they are. And there's amazing wines out of Oregon and Washington that compete easily with the California wines, but the California wines are more expensive because they're coming out of Napa or Sonoma or whatever, so you can inflate the price incredibly.
Yep.
There's great stuff coming out of like Argentina and Chile and stuff, and people would never even look at them just because they don't come from France or
the
Napa
popular
or something
regions.
like that. Yeah. Most people don't even know. The best way to keep your wine... Who cares about this? The best way to keep your wine is the screw cap method.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks corks because that's the way it's always been, but that's like you lose like 20% of your inventory by corking wine.
And
But-
corks are going. They're running out of cork.
I think this
I heard
conversation
that.
just lost 20%
Sorry.
of our audience.
They're probably whining about us talking about it. Come on! They'll be grateful when we're done.
Conversation's starting to ferment.
Yeah. Well,
You know a lot about wine, don't you?
Good amount. Or at least I know more than I know more than.
If
the
you would have
average.
stopped there, I would have laughed so hard. You know a lot about wine, don't you? Good amount. Remember on Kingpin? He says, So your dictionary salesman, huh? And he goes, yeah. And then Woody Harrelson's pissed off that he's fucking up the scam, and he goes, don't gotta read him to sell him, am I right? Fucking, oh God.
Bill Murray has his own golf wear company. He makes golf
Does
clothes
he
now.
really?
Yeah, it's called William Murray Golf, and I bought a shirt recently from them, and it's got little beer glasses on it, and it's called. It's a reference to Kingpin. That scene in Kingpin when she comes up to him, he's drinking beer at the bar, and she's like, "You want another one, hon?" He's like, "Yeah, keep him coming. I got a long drive ahead of me."
I think one of my favorites is what the fuck? Oh, you know what? The Chris Elliott Indecent Proposal.
Oh
I watched that, and it's so funny because I hadn't seen that movie since I was a kid, like from start to finish. Did you ever hear about Indecent Proposal?
Riley and I
you
watched
heard
it
about
again. I mean, I'd seen it like 5 times. She'd never
really?
she'd never seen it. I watched it again. I hate watch it whenever it's on TV. Like I can't not watch that. It's so bad, but I have to watch it every time it's on.
It's like so bad it's good.
I mean, you talk about just the most fucking neurotic, like, okay, plot point 1, plot point 2.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can almost count at what page
Yes.
that they needed to do the arc, and you're
Yes.
just like, oh boy, this is textbook movie. And the only thing that
There was so much of that in the 90s.
Yeah, the only thing that I really bought was I'm like, yeah, I'd fuck Robert Redford. You know, it's like, he's old, but like,
I almost did fuck him. I banged right into him coming out the door one time. I fucking smashed right into Robert Redford. I was at work walking out of the lobby and like boing, like, oh holy fuck, Robert Redford's right in my face.
fucking, this is a deep pull. You probably, I don't even know if you'll get it.
Hit me with it.
Like, do you remember when Rodney Dangerfield and Meet Wally Sparks? He's feeling sorry for himself, and he's by that concrete fucking model, and he's like, oh, I don't belong here. And he goes, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. And he tries to toast the concrete thing, and he shatters the glass, and it breaks this fucking dude's dildo, like this huge concrete dildo. And he's like all scared, so he puts it in his pocket. And he's walking around with this fucking giant dildo poking out of his pocket. Classic Rodney.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey, how you doing? You know, he's trying to be the life of the party.
Yeah.
And he accidentally bumps into the governor. And there's somebody there filming, like, oh, look at how much fun the governor is, and blah, 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 for his campaign, because it's a re-election year. And they get that giant dildo poking into the governor, and he's like, ooh, ooh. And the camera freezes, and they keep replaying it, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's just that classic Rodney Dangerfield, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I just pictured you bumping into fucking Robert Redford. Ooh.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
I would have been harder if it was Paul Newman.
Oh, my God. Right?
No, but what were you saying about Indecent Proposal? That's hilarious you brought it up, because like we just watched it, and we were making fun of Demi's smoky, raspy voice.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Because she just is just so like, just so sultry. Just talking like whispering through the whole movie.
Did you enjoy it?
I don't think I ever saw. Does it show
It was-
titties? I never saw it.
Yeah,
yeah.
it does.
She got great tits.
Was it good?
She is impeccable. She was a fox.
She was.
That
Yeah,
broad
she was
was
an attractive
amazing.
woman.
Whew.
Except for that fucking boy's haircut she had in
Hoorah.
Ghost. Jesus.
I don't even care. She can sell me.
That's the only time I was attracted to her. I like that little twink. Get rid of them tits and I'll talk to you. Yeah,
She said the same thing to you. Sorry, Mrs. R. Let me make fun of your son.
Eric's driving down the street in a convertible. Demi Moore's got an ass like a 10-year-old boy.
Oh, fuck. That was deadly, Luke.
Sorry. I feel terrible.
A boy tits joke right at my fucking head. Whew, boy, he's alive.
When's your? We won't bore the listening audience with
Too late.
a breakdown of Indecent Proposal.
If they're in this long, they're already committed.
I'm not kidding. I love Adrian Lyne. You know, so we watched that. We also watched Unfaithful. Unfaithful is a fucking good Adrian Lyne
actually
erotic movie. That's a fucking great movie.
You know what movie got me was Disclosure.
Yeah.
That little fucking, minus the Michael Douglas, she's fucking hot in that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in so long.
She's like the aggressor.
Yeah.
I remember it vaguely. I saw it like once.
She kind of
long time ago.
blackmails him. And
Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but holy fuck, it was like, god damn.
So this is ostensibly a comedy podcast called Striptease. We watched Striptease last week or the week before, and that first hour of that movie is fucking funny. It's a good movie. Like, it really works. Like, it's
I have not seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the one. That was the only one that my mother would not let me see.
The one with
mine
Elizabeth
wouldn't either.
Brinkley? That one?
Elizabeth
Striptease?
Berkley. No,
Oh,
that's
Showgirls.
Showgirls. No, it's Demi Moore. It's probably still on. It was on Netflix a
Your
couple weeks
poor
ago.
little IMDb right now. That poor little thumb has never worked so hard.
Smoke coming off his
There were
face.
so many movies that I like. My brothers and I would collectively try to figure out the parental lock on the fucking TV.
Are you serious?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was a 4-digit code. We would all go into separate rooms and be like, "Hey, you take
This is
you take
strategic.
00000."
It's
So we're
still on
like,
there.
yeah, it was and that was one of the movies. That and Showgirls, dude. Showgirls. We finally cracked the code one day, and Showgirls was on. Oh my god.
yeah, Showgirls is worth it.
I bumped into her at breakfast in Beverly Hills one time. She was banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
You
so
take a
gorgeous.
quarter?
No,
Can I refresh your coffee for you?
I would have thought the same thing. She looked like a million. Like, she looked as young as she did back then. Like, she looked pristine. Like, she did not look like she was a broken down actress who hasn't worked in years. She looked amazing.
She's still hot.
She
Even
looked
to this day.
perfect. I couldn't
Really?
believe it.
Yeah, dude. She's
Yeah.
still fucking hot.
See, sucking off Mario Lopez will do.
He's fucking hot, dude.
The fountain of youth.
My mom saw him at Universal Studios back when they were still open. She's like, "Oh, I saw that Mario Lopez," and I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "God, he is so handsome." And I want to be like, I used to jerk off to him, Mom. Don't. You're preaching to the converted.
I ran into John Stamos at work twice, and both times I was like, that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. This guy smiled at me twice in the span of like 45 minutes, and I was just like, he's delightful. like what a lovely, lovely man. he just had the nice he probably goes into the makeup trailer and they just look at him and go, fuck
I
you.
know. Fuck you,
Like he's
Stamos.
just perfect looking. Like you just walk around like that, you son of a bitch.
All the gay, or fuck you, Stamos, smelling his underwear.
He's tired of the makeup chair. He sits down. Oh, he looks down. Somebody's face is in it.
I'm sitting in that chair like that bear in Spaceballs. What's wrong with this goddamn thing?
Good reference.
Can I ask you a question, Verzi? You ever walk in on any of your brothers jerking off?
Not directly. It's been like all indirect.
Indirect?
Yeah. Like usually,
What the fuck does that mean? Listen, we don't have the listeners for comedy anymore. This isn't going well. The sponsors have asked me to tell fucked up sex stories.
so
We talked about this before the show.
What's that? What's that, Lubey Bubby? Brought to you by Gun Lube. That's it.
Gun oil.
Gun oil.
So growing up, we had our own rooms, right? But we had dial-up internet. So if one of us was watching porn, you could tell immediately because the whole internet would fucking crash.
People are trying to call in all the time. Like,
Yeah.
grandmother's having a heart attack. We can't get through.
So
What happened?
So when we did have it,
KDK1 calling KDK12. KDK1 calling KDK12.
Over. Oh, thank God that's over.
Oh.
so when we did have when we were gonna jerk off, we knew we had to set, like, for me example, what I would do is I would wedge clothes underneath my door, so that if my brothers were like rushing in,
I would catch.
it would catch. I would have time to tuck my boner up, because I was watching porn on the computer.
All right,
Whatever.
easy. That, folks, if you were watching, boy, the act out he did with tucking that boner up was pretty fucking misleading.
Hold it between
All
his
the way
pecs,
up
you
here.
know.
Throw it over your shoulder, did you, Verzi?
Takes chest day really seriously.
I stuck it between my pecs. Yeah. So eventually got to the point where the one day it was Christmas morning, and it was 10 o'clock, and Alex still hadn't come down. And my mom's like, "Hey, we want to open presents, like, you know, whatever. Like, go get Alex." I go upstairs. I open the door. The only thing I see is a chair just spinning, and Alex looks like he fell out of a fucking plane without a parachute and just is sprawled out on the bed. And I'm like, "Hey, bub, what are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing." I'm like, "Your chair is spinning." He's like, "Fuck you." And I'm like,
Really?
"Yeah, dude." He was jerking it on Christmas morning.
And there was a dust cloud of Alex
Yeah.
jerking off.
So that's all like the indirect shit. I never saw them.
Sounds like you had a
exploding.
Yule log burning upstairs, too. You know what I mean? Sorry.
It was never direct. I also you can also tell when it's going on. I'm not going to try and walk in on my brother doing it. You know, I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
I know you do, but
Yeah, I check your internet all the time. When I lived there, I was like Belushi with the ladder. They would hear me go.
Poor ladder.
just one rung that hasn't fucking caved in.
Oh,
This is the first week you haven't lived by us, man. It's weird.
I know how to. I'm sorry.
Every time I walk by that side street, I'm like, oh, he's not there anymore.
Is there a void?
A big one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all those potholes that they filled in are actually staying filled in.
Yeah, the sidewalk slabs are not as crooked anymore.
Yeah, same joke I made. Not as good though, right? Jesus. I said we're gonna make them laugh, not make them choke.
I was going to ask you before I almost started a striptease story that nobody cares about because it's a 25-year-old failed comedy that nobody saw when it came out and nobody cares about now. When's your mom coming out here? Has she figured that out yet?
She will be out here in June, I believe. She will
Let's
be-
hear it. Joe,
nice.
this is our coming.
Little summer vacation.
She listens.
Coming out
She's
to
a constant listener.
old Hollywood, USA.
Yeah, she's coming out to house sit. She told me, she's like, I'd love to see a recording of the show, and I'm like,
Oh, my goodness.
I took her.
I wouldn't, and I'm on it.
Yeah. I'm glad you gave me that extension. It'll make a good noose.
I took her one time on the set of The Big Bang Theory. We had a connection.
Jesus Christ, you never wanted to come back?
Bazinga. That's what they say.
Yeah.
I felt chill go through the room. Welcome.
I thought I was gonna look over and see your chair just spinning.
Oh, shit. Jump out the window.
Nice thing about a Verzi-shaped hole in the wall is all three can fit right through.
So she should be out here in June to house sit, but she always comes out for Thanksgiving.
House sit for who?
My friend, she lives like down the street. She's got a house, and they're going on a vacation. Cancun, really close friend. I don't know if I've ever introduced you. I'll tell you about them after the show.
I don't need any new friends. It's fine.
They're very good small time business owners.
Oh, okay.
And, conservative.
Oh, there you go. Could use a few of those. All I do is ostracize people out here, so it'd be nice to find somebody.
Oh shit! Well, guys,
We did it.
I think
did
we
it.
did.
Another
I
one.
think
Listener
we're
that's
in a
left,
good
thank you.
place to spawn.
Poor son of a bitch who's left. Get your life together,
Yeah.
would you?
Somebody's a fucking paraplegic and they just can't reach it. When's my helper getting back? Fuck, they keep hitting the nurse button.
Blowing into that straw. It's broken!
Somebody help me.
It's like the Metallica 1 video. The guy's in the bed like, another 30-year-old reference. Great. It was good. It was just too obscure. I flew too close to the sun on that one. And my
Too
shitty
close to
reference
sun
wax
on wings of shitty fucking puns that have built the castle of fucking mediocrity that we're sitting on right now.
On Tootsie Pop wings.
right?
Alrighty, on my left.
Mitchell Verzi on Instagram, at Verzi Triplets on all the platforms, TikTok especially. That's it.
Alrighty, on my right.
On your right and on the right, if you know what I mean. Luke Allen. At Uncle Luke 2 on Instagram. March 19th, 8:30 p.m. Greg Fitzsimmons, Eric Rocha, Luke Allen, and others. Also, the 21st, that Sunday, I have a show at Alex's Bar in Long Beach.
Oh, wow.
It's called, with like a bunch of people on it that are really good. I can't think of all the fucking names right now.
Yeah, Luke and I are
Great lineup, though.
Luke and I are the corruptors in the city. We're the fucking the when the body snatchers point and scream, we're the people they're pointing and screaming at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, that's gonna be a great show. I can't wait. Fitzsimmons is one of my fucking heroes in comedy.
I'm excited to see it.
One of my other heroes, Jordan Bowers. Thank you for being on the show, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for asking me. It was a lot of fun.
Do you want people to follow you? I should say.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, give your media, man. You've
I don't
got
remember-
You've
I
got
don't
a few
remember-
good ones.
You're not trying to get brand deals?
I don't whatever.
No, he does have a great Twitter though.
My brand. I don't give that one out anymore. I'm done. Yeah.
It worked pretty well for somebody here at this table. Luke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. He laid the foundation.
Yeah. That was a year ago this week.
Was it
Ah,
really?
congrats.
The 4th.
If I didn't need an example, I had figured that out with his little debacle.
That's the lost souls, right?
No, I would love people to follow me on Twitter, but I like my job, so
Yeah. How about Instagram?
I was just checking to see what it is.
Sid and Jordan.
It is Jord23 _ JORD 23 _ if you want to come over there. I don't get like super political on there, but I do post stories that annoy all my liberal friends. But I mostly post pictures of my dog.
Cute dog.
I'm sorry, it's private. You have to request permission, which I'm sure all you are just clamoring to request permission of my Jord23
threes of you.
Instagram. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna my phone is gonna vibrating so hard it's hot. I can't even touch it. Yeah, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Because honestly, we probably wouldn't like each other anyway. So it's fine.
Well, thanks for staying on, Mom.